I've owned a 550 Barchetta since 2007, so I thought it was about time I gave you a sort of tour around it. They're a very rare car. You just never see them, mainly because they don't have a roof, and in the UK that's a bit of a hindrance. You do get a temporary soft top, as they like to call it, and it's a terrible roof. The one from Ferrari is just shockingly bad. Limit speeds to 70 miles an hour, but these days that's actually replacement roofs you can get, and I've got one on this from Germany, and it allows me to do 130 miles an hour with the roof up, which is okay in the UK. But mainly, obviously, you drive this car with the roof down, and it's a very elegant car for me. I love it in this colour rather than a sort of vibrant red. But there's subtle differences between this and the 550. First of all, one of the big changes, they actually cut down the screen on it. So this is a very low screen. If you look at the front, it's about 6 inches taken out of it. And then to make it look even lower, instead of having normal pillars, they put these things on, just to sort of add the colour, but then stop it halfway, and that actually gives it an even lower roof line. The bit that everybody mentions on a Barchetta are the hoops, and these are fixed roll hoops that sort of stand proud, and they look far too tall. But the reason they stand so proud is because the windscreen is lowered so much. And some people have thought, why don't we just chop them down? But unfortunately they're sort of an integral part of when you actually put the roof on. It actually fixes to here. And also the seat belt comes off it, so it's all a bit tricky really. But the good side, you obviously have the same engine as a 550, so it's 485 horsepower, and it's a fabulous engine in the 550. It's really torquey. It's got these twin intake chambers that switch over, and then from 4,500 it just flies. Real good top end. This is, they say, limited to 185 or 190, sorry, not limited, but it's not quite as quick as 199 miles an hour the coupe manages, but it's still a really quick car. I have to say, I've seen 180 miles an hour, and in a soft top at 180 miles an hour, boy, that feels fast. Great looking car though. They all actually come with the shields as standard. You get a different sort of filler cap there, but the really nice things inside is you actually get carbon back seats. You get the sports seats as standard, and then the dash itself is covered in Alcantara on this section here, and then there's also carbon trim around here, and the famous carbon gear change, beautiful Ferrari gear change. Steering wheel again with carbon along the top of it, and then carbon on the instruments. Yeah, so this car is number 79 of the 448 run, and I think there's only about 42, I think, in right-hand drive form, something like that. You get these different rims, the split rims as they're termed, really quite chunky at the rear, but same size tyres and same size wheels as a standard 550. And then another unique feature on the Barchetta, because of this enormous rear deck, you also get an enormous boot. It's absolutely vast. You can see we're making full use of it today. It takes all the camera gear, and then actually here is where we store the roof. But it's easily twice the size of a normal 550. It's really quite useful. But the business end is obviously at the front, where it's this beautiful Ferrari V12. Huge, great engine bay. I always think you ought to have seats in there to sort of worship this engine. I don't know, now they sort of tuck them further back in the chassis. You don't quite get to see it in all its glory, but that's a very good engine, a very good looking engine.